Hello there. Welcome back to Applied Management 4. In this video, we want to look at a question paper from November 2024. So we are going to look at question 3 on that question paper. So our question 3 reads, answer the following questions below on the organogram of a hotel. So you are given a diagram that you just need to browse through before you attempt the questions that we have beneath that. So beneath that, we have got first question, which reads, what do the abbreviations GM and AGM stand for? Whereby GM we are saying it stands for a general manager and AGM stands for assistant general of manager. So we have those extensions on our answer section whereby I say GM general manager, then AGM assistant and general manager. So moving on to the next question, it reads, name the responsibilities of GM and AGM. So the general managers are responsibility, and basically we are saying primarily they are responsible for setting organizational goals, also coordinating department, and also optimizing processes. That is the GM. Then if you look at the assistant general manager, which is the AGM, the responsibilities includes supervising staff, overseeing daily operations, managing budgets, and implementing policies. But generally, you would say that the AGM it reports to the GM. So, in other words, we are saying the AGM supports the general manager. Very important for us to take note, and we also have to take note that the AGM is a subordinate to the GM. In other words, we can say the GM is the superior to the AGM. So, that's what we have. So we have the general descriptions in terms of their responsibilities in all the other section, whereby you are saying under the general manager, the GM is overall responsible over the business, and the GM manages four other departmental managers. The GM is accountable to ensure business runs effectively, and the GM guides management to achieve long-term goals. And finally, the GM sustains the financial viability of the business. So moving on to responsibilities of assistant general manager, uh, the AGM supports the general manager, and the AGM is subordinate to the general manager. The AGM performs the duties of the general manager when he or she is not available. So when the general manager is not there, it's the responsibility of the AGM to work on behalf of the general manager. So that's what we have for that part. So moving on to the next part of our question, we are now at number 3, which is name the staff members who report directly to the GM. So we have a list of those workers where we're talking about the assistant general manager reports directly to the GM, and also the front office manager, the maintenance manager, the F&B manager, and also we are seeing that we have got the housekeeping manager. So the F&B manager, remember, is for food and beverage manager. Is the food and beverage manager. So this is what we're going on to the next question. It reads, name and explain the three levels of management as seen above. The three levels of management, we've got the top level manager, top level management, we've got the mid level management, and then the low level management. So also there's need for explanations in terms of those levels of management, which we have on our answer section, whereby we are saying for the top level managers, these managers are responsible for controlling and overseeing the entire organization. They develop goals, strategic plans, company policies, and make decisions in the direction of the business. So those are some of the uh, responsibilities of top level managers. Mid level managers, they are accountable to top management for their departmental function. And so, in other words, the mid level managers are the subordinates to the top level managers. And also, they are there for defining and discussing information and policies from top to lower management. So, finally, we've got the low level managers, which are responsible for assigning employees tasks, guiding and supervising employees on day-to-day activities, ensuring the quality and quantity of production. So that's what we have on that part. Then moving on to the next part of our question, which is 3.1.5, provide one example of each management level from the organogram above. Remember, we've got the top level manager. So our top level manager obviously is being represented by the general manager. The general manager is the top level manager, and then we've got middle level manager is being represented by assistant and general manager. And then if we talk about the low level manager now, we can talk about, for example, we have got the office manager. Front office manager can be the low level manager. So basically, we are saying high level, middle level, and then low level. So we have also that again listed in our other section whereby we are saying we have top level managers, general managers, middle level managers, we've got assistant general manager, and then low level manager, we've got front office manager as an example. And then other low level, you can also give maintenance manager, the F&B manager, and the housekeeping manager can be also a low level managers. So moving on to the next part of our question. Discuss the coordination that exists between the head chef and the restaurant manager. So basically, for you to be able to come up with the coordination that exists between the two, you need to first understand what exactly does the head chef do and what does the restaurant manager do. So you'll see that the responsibilities of the head chef is to oversee the operations and staff of a restaurant or other facilities kitchen. So basically, that's the responsibilities of the head chef. So basically, you're saying the head chef organizes the kitchen activities. Then if you look at the restaurant manager now, they make sure their premises run smoothly and that customers are satisfied. That is now the restaurant manager, including hiring and training restaurant staff. That's a restaurant manager. So we cannot be able to try to come up with the coordination that exists between the two, but they are actually interlinked and support each other. So if you go to our other section, we see that we also have the explanation that to explain that, whereby we are saying menu promotion based on correct information on menu items or coordinate menu. So this is the responsibility of the head chef that we have on the first point. Then we have got correct relaying of guest orders, correct relaying of guest orders. We talked about excellent service of correctly prepared food, provide guest experience. Provide guest experience as part of the responsibilities. So we are seeing the first point, the second point, and third point refer to the chief manager, and the last one is the one for the restaurant manager. So basically, that's what we have. So moving on to the next question, which is going to be our question 3.2. We are given a scenario that you just need to go through and read it, and then we have got questions that are following. So on the question part, it is under the questions below. Discuss the correct procedure for line of communication. What is the correct procedure for line of communication? So the procedure that we have is that uh, uh, the procedure that we have is the kitchen cleaner should be report to the chef de partie with their consent. The kitchen cleaner should report to the chef de partie with their consents. And if you're not head wrote, then the head chef will need to be advised via the chef de partie. And then lastly, the kitchen cleaners cannot approach the restaurant manager as this is not the correct line of reporting. So basically, the 3 points are trying to illustrate that we should follow the levels of authority. We should not jump levels of authority. You should go to your superior, the one that you report to, and then that's the one that you are going to maybe air your views. Do not jump in terms of the levels of authority. So basically, that's what is being highlighted by the 3 points that we have. Then next point, uh, present the head chef with 6 ways of improving staff morale amongst kitchen cleaners. So you see that these are the ways that can be used empower your team with a collaborative scheduling. So basically, we might also want to understand what is a collaborative scheduling. So this is an approach where team members, rather than management alone, you have a say in the scheduling process. So uh, we are saying when team members are being engaged in the scheduling processes, and that's collaborative scheduling. Therefore, it is basically actively involving team members in the creation of the work. So this is what we have on explanation on collaborative scheduling. Then another point, offer on the job skills training, recognize your employees' successes, provide free or discounted staff meals or spa, incentive program or reward employees' loyalty, ensure good working conditions, and finally have fixed shifts and overtime policy. So basically, that's what we have concerning those points. So moving on to the next part of our question, which is going to be 3.3.1. There are four reasons why control management is needed in a hotel business. So basically, what is control management is also important. So control management, it is the function of management that helps to check errors and take corrective action. So the one that checks errors or mistakes and take corrective action is the control management. So this is done to minimize deviations from standards and ensure that the stated goals of the organization are achieved in a desired manner. That is the control management. So our question requires us to name four reasons why control management is needed in hotel businesses. So these are the reasons that we have. We have got one of the main factors. It is control management. It is one of the main factors in effective management activities. So that's the first point. Moving on to the next one, it helps to check errors, helps management to effectively plan and promotes maintaining standards and keeps customers satisfied. So that's what we have on that one. And then moving on to the next one, 3.3.2, explain the relationship between planning and control in the industry. And of course, the one that starts is planning. So when you have planned, when we are now doing the actual activities, we should make sure that the actual activities that we are doing are within the lane of our plan. So to make sure we have such a scenario, we should now control. So control measures are put in place so that the actual become the expected. So basically, that's what we have. So we have that other section again, whereby I say planning sets the goals, planning decides the control process, and then controlling ensures the goals, targets, or objectives are accomplished. So controlling now, it makes sure that we go within what has been planned. And then control sustains planning. Controlling provides a sound basis for planning and both forward-looking and reinforce each other. They do reinforce each other, that is controlling and planning. So moving on to the next part, which is now 3.3.3. Control measures are put in place to ensure to ensure full cooperation of all staff in achieving the objectives of the establishment. Explain the following: performance appraisal. So, performance appraisal, it is basically a regular review of an employee's job performance and overall contribution to a company. So, on performance appraisal, we are saying we are trying to evaluate the performance of the workers or the performance of the employees. So, on the other section regarding performance appraisal, we are saying is evaluations of an employee's job performance against a set of expectations and goals, provides information of employees' behavior and work performance. This can be formal or informal. A performance review policy can be used to set employee expectations and maintain transparency about the process. So that's what we have on that part. Then also we have got recruitment and selection. So basically, when we are recruitment, it's attracting the workers. The issue of advertising and making sure that the potential applicants do apply is recruitment. And then selection now, we are now taking the ones that are fit, that qualifies for the job. That is now the selection part. So we also have that answer section where we're saying recruitment. Recruitment is a process of finding candidates for the vacant position and then encouraging them to apply for it, attracting candidates at a particular time with appropriate qualifications to apply for jobs. And then for job selection now is choosing the best candidate from a pool of applicants and offering them a job. That is job selection. But we also have employee observations and feedback and discussions, which we also have answered in our other section where we're saying employee observation is a process of systematically watching and recording behavior, interactions, and workflows in a work environment. That is now employee observation. Then when self-feedback discussions, these are just a method of strengthening communication between you and the employee by providing detailed feedback. You play a critical role in the employee's continued success and motivation to meet performance expectations. So that's the explanation on feedback and discussions. And this becomes the last part of our question 3 of the question paper of November 2024. And thank you for listening. Until we meet again, it's bye for now.